What's up YouTube? Capital G here. So let's talk about rush duels. This is a new type of way to duel that is going to be introduced into the game next year. Rush duels are going to actually have a physical release. They're going to be in the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime, which I'm actually looking at part of the trailer right now, and I'm realizing what you did there, Konami. It's the 7th anime, and obviously right here on the duel disc you can see like the number 7, but essentially this is going to be a new form of dueling that's going to be introduced into the game. I'm not sure if this is going to like replace speed dueling or what, because obviously Konami, over like the last year or so, they've really been trying to like push speed dueling, but this rush dueling is going to be introduced into the game, and they're gonna sell physical like sets and starter decks and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and talk about rush dueling. Number one, it is apparently going to premiere in the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime. Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's, for those of you guys who don't know, because I haven't made a video on it yet, but I'm sure you can see information on like Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything's channel or watch the stream. I'll probably make a video about that. Let me see if we can pull up here he is. Here's Yugioh. He's the main character from Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's. Apparently, and this is insane, apparently he's the one that created the concept for rush dueling in the anime, which is like what? The main character just comes up with a new way to duel. So let's go ahead and read up a little bit about it, and we can talk about how absolutely insane it's going to be. Let me see if I can figure out the point. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so it says Rush Duel is a new concept created by the protagonist Yugioh. So this kid actually just came up with a new way to duel because apparently he didn't like the rules of regular dueling, although I'm sure that regular Yu-Gi-Oh! Or regular Duel Monster duels are going to be in the actual Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime. It looks like this is probably just going to kind of be a side thing. If any of you guys have ever watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Reigns, they have like Master Duels, which they call, or Master Duels are kind of just like your regular standard duels that we all know and love. And then there are also Speed Duels, which kind of have like a condensed spell and trap zones and condensed monster zones, so like 3 of them. Very similar to Speed Duels. Anyways, some of the main characteristics of rush duels are going to be, number one, they use specialized cards, and these new cards look completely different than our regular cards we have right now in Yu-Gi-Oh! There's a couple of them that they showed off. This guy is some type of spellcaster. I know that he's a wizard. I forget exactly what Yugioh, that's a different character, what Yugioh called him in the trailer for the anime, but you can see that this is a rush duel monster, and honestly, I kind of love the look of these things. Like, they look absolutely amazing. Instead of having the levels at the top of the card and kind of wasting a whole lot of space, it just has it right here, level 7. I would just assume if Konami does actually end up having like some Xyz monsters being used in these rush duels, it would probably have the rank of the monster right here. You have your attack or your stats, your attack and your defense right here in the middle of the card instead of at the bottom, and that gives you a little more room for the artwork. A lot of people have said that this kind of looks like Card Fight Vanguard, or it looks like some other card games, but I'm gonna be honest, if Konami, starting with Rise of the Duelist, designed every card in Yu-Gi-Oh! To look like this, I'd be perfectly fine. I think these actually look fantastic, so that's just my opinion. And then obviously you have the attribute up here in the same exact spot that it's in right now, and then this would just be, you know, for the actual effect of the monster, or if it's a pendulum, because Konami's still making them dumb cards, then honestly, I don't know how. I have no idea how like a pendulum would work. You know what, let's not even talk about that mechanic before I end up getting triggered. Some of the other characteristics of rush duels, and when I saw these 2 rules, I honestly was like, what the fuck are they even thinking? The second characteristic, apparently rush duels are going to have continuous summoning. You can summon any number of monsters per turn. So I understand that there's only going to be 3 monster zones, but essentially just think if you were playing like Duel Links, but you could just summon as many monsters as you want, like normal summon, normal summon, normal summon, special summon, special summon. I mean, that just seems incredibly unbalanced. Like, I know that we already have unlimited special summoning in like the regular Yu-Gi-Oh card game, but the normal summon is supposed to be pretty important. So I don't understand why you'd allow an unlimited amount of normal summons. Now, this next rule I looked at and it really almost made me fall out of my chair. Mass drawing. Each turn you draw until your hand becomes 5. So not only do you have an unlimited amount of summons in Rush Duels, but you also get to draw 5 cards potentially every single turn. How on earth is this potentially balanced? Look, I'm not saying that it can't be fun, because I'm all for some of the crazy days of the Wild Wild West of, the old days of Yu-Gi-Oh! During the 5Ds and the GX era where it was like the Wild Wild West, but this sounds too much even for that. I mean, you're talking about potentially drawing 5 cards every single turn and being able to normal summon and or special summon as many times as you want. I wonder if you would imagine that, like, are they going to have link monsters in Rush Duels? Because if I draw 5 cards and I can summon every single one of those potential monsters I've drawn, I should probably be able to kill you, especially if you only have 4,000 life points. Now, other rules about Rush Dueling, as far as how many life points you're going to have, what mechanics are going to be in here, because it doesn't appear, at least from that duel disc, it's not exactly clear if there's going to be like a main or extra monster zones in Rush Duels, so we'll have to kind of wait to see about that. But I think it's definitely like a crazy concept, and I think it'll be interesting to see if this ends up taking off, because let me see if they have it right here. Yeah, this is the picture that Konami shows, and Konami has been doing this as of late, probably like over the last year. They kind of show these roadmaps or blueprints, kind of showing off what their planned releases are. You guys can see right here, Rise of the Duelist. This is when Master Rule 5, the Yu-Gi-Oh 7's era, is going to officially start, and we go kind of back to Master Rule 3. But you can see that they're already talking about releasing physical product for Rush Duels, and I don't know. I mean, it kind of feels like this would be good for the anime, because the action in these duels should kind of be like lightning pace. Everybody's drawing 5 cards per turn. They're summoning, because in the trailer, he actually summons like 3 monsters from his hand at once. It almost looks like he's pendulum summoning essentially. I wonder how fun it's going to be to actually play, because a lot of people don't like when Yu-Gi-Oh is like super fast. They think that it becomes very imbalanced, where it's like, all right, dude, you drew 5 cards, you drew all monsters, you summoned all of them, and you killed me in one turn because I couldn't defend myself. And I'm getting a little bit of vibes from that, but you are going to be limited, I assume, to 3 monster zones, so maybe it won't be all that broken. And I think it'll be interesting to see exactly, like, I want to see a Rush Duel. I want to see 2 people actually Rush Duel before I make a real solid, I guess, opinion on that. But I do like the way the cards look. And I believe that this is going to be one of Yuga's, I don't want to say that this is going to be his ace monster, but I think I heard ace in the trailer. I feel like I heard that somewhere. Plus, it also has the obligatory 2500 attack, although, Decode Talker didn't have that, but maybe Firewall Dragon is the ace. Who knows? It has 2500 attack, and it's level 7, and it looks like a dragon monster. So, at least from the outside looking in, it appears that this is probably going to be the protagonist ace monster of the anime. I can't read Japanese, so I don't know what this guy's name is, and we'll have to wait for the effect. But what do you guys think of Rush Dueling? What do you guys think of the concept of drawing 5 cards per turn and being able to special summon and or normal summon as many times as you want? Like, I don't know, that shit sounds kind of crazy. It sounds like it was made by, this kid kind of looks like he's around Yuma's age, so it looks like it was made, like, that concept sounds like it was made by a 12-year-old, to be honest. Someone who just, like, started playing the game and was like, oh, forget, I want 10 normal summons at a turn, because why not? I want to be able to summon any amount of monsters. But the monsters themselves, like, these cards look pretty awesome in my opinion. Maybe Konami will bring them to the TCG. If not, Or if Konami doesn't bring these to like regular core booster sets, I might even pick up some Rush Duel cards because I just kind of like the way they look. Anyways, whatever you guys think about Rush Dueling, and if you're interested in playing it, let me know in the comment section below. I want to see, when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s, I want to see how they're going to break up Rush Duels from like Master Duels. I mean, there's no way they're going to have a show of all Rush Duels. I imagine it's going to be like 50-50 mix, kind of how Vrains was. Well, Vrains had more Master Duels, but I think it's going to end up being a mix. Anyways, I'm rambling at this point. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.